right, it's on. Ah! Oh, this is not fun. How much bigger are they gonna get? How much can you drink? How much can you eat? Ah! Leech feast! No way. Oh. This is a wild one, guys. Welcome to Leech Feast, a video where I let a bunch of hungry leeches feast on my own blood so I can rate their bite for the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. And in order to help me find some of these blood-sucking vampires, I'm joined again by our good friend, Miller Wilson. Miller, what's up?
What's up, Mark?
How are we going to fill this container full of bloodthirsty leeches?
So, sadly for you and me, the best way to find these leeches is by using ourselves as bait.
I had a feeling he was going to say that. So how are we going to do it?
Shoes are coming off. There's this track right down here which has so many leeches. Within about 10 meters, we should have our first one.
Really? Wow, that fast?
Yeah. When we walk through this area, they will know that we're coming through.
Yeah.
They'll be able to smell us.
They smell us, they can sense vibrations.
Yeah.
And they are gonna be hungry. All right, guys, well, you heard Miller. Let's see how well human feet work as leech bait. Here we go. This just feels wrong, Miller. Walking around in this tall grass. Like, you have all kinds of crazy things too besides leeches out here.
Yeah, ticks, paralysis ticks, some of the world's most venomous snakes.
Oh, well, let's see. This is generally where you find the leeches?
Yeah, this area coming up right here, some really big tiger leeches.
Okay.
So watch where you're putting your feet.
Yeah, well, I'm watching. I'm hoping we get one.
Yeah.
Oh, picked one up.
There we go.
You got one?
First leech.
Nice.
I told you we'd get one pretty quick. There we go.
Wow, nice one. All right, well, we feel like we've been walking too fast, so we're just gonna stand here and like let the leeches come to us.
They would know that we're here already.
Okay,
so.
cool, all right. Let the Hunger Games begin. While many leeches are primarily aquatic, living only in the water, Australian tiger leeches are both aquatic and terrestrial, meaning they can scour the forest floor, leaf litter, and plants in search of warm mammalian blood. Let's just say these things really suck. Oh, got one, guys.
And look at him. He would have come from just this little leaf litter right here.
Look at this. It's sniffing me. Let's see if it'll find my foot. Oh, here it comes. Oh, it's so creepy. Oh no.
It's like I've never tried an American before.
Probably not.
There we go.
Oh, no, oh, it got me. Let's grab our leech off my foot for later. Don't worry, you'll get fed. Oh, all right. And this leech, guys, may not look very big, but I'm gonna tell you, when it gorges with blood, it's gonna become huge.
Yeah, I think after lunch, also known as you, Mark,
Yeah.
he could be about 2 or 3 times the size.
Really?
So, yeah, should be
Right.
interesting. We need to get a couple more though.
Okay.
So,
You wanna like fan out, like maybe you
Yeah.
pick a spot over there, I'll pick a spot over here. This tactic is definitely working.
yeah.
All right, cool. Oh, another leech. Guys, I got one. Right there. Oh, Miller, another biggie.
Yeah, chuck it in a container.
There we go.
That's another big one.
Is it?
Yeah.
We need at least one more.
Right here, Mark, there's 2.
You got 2?
2 big ones, big tiger leeches.
Oh man, they're all about the same size. These are big.
Yeah, we found the hot spot.
Oh gosh,
They're everywhere.
this is like,
Vampires of the forest floor.
it's like makes your skin crawl just watching them go towards your feet. Oh, that one's got you, it's got you. And that one's got you.
Both on my feet.
Double
Alright.
leech.
Oh, look at them climbing up my legs.
Now how far will they climb before they bite?
They can climb all the way up.
Really?
Your buddy, yeah, I've had them all the way up here before, but we're not gonna let these get that far.
Wow.
There we
Okay,
go.
well, you know what time it is now. It's time to set up the bite table and feed these little bloodsuckers. Here we go.
They look hungry, Mark.
They do. Look at how all of these leeches are just like coming after me. Even in the container, They are like ravenous. They want out and they want me. And I'm gonna serve them up this arm right here. Hopefully, multiple leeches will latch on and start drinking my blood, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more about how you can remove a leech if you ever find yourself in the same situation. Now, I am gonna be rating this bite for the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index, the BSI, on 3 factors: intimidation, pain, and aftermath. And I can tell you the aftermath is serious. That's why I brought this first aid kit, because one of the properties a leech has is anticoagulant in their saliva. When they bite you, it doesn't just numb the bite wound, it actually makes the blood flow and flow and flow, and it's actually really hard to stop the bleeding. So yeah, this could be a bloodbath if all 4 of these decide to latch on. Let's get our leeches here. All right, I'm Mark Vins, and I am about to feed 4 hungry leeches. All right, here we go. Get ready for the slowest bite you've ever seen. They are not fast. Oh, it's so creepy feeling them crawl on you. Oh, look at that. Gross. Ew. All right, here you go, Miller. Oh gosh, it does not feel good. Ah, the crazy things we do. Oh my gosh. Yep,
That one.
This one's biting me. Yep, I'm feeling something. I can feel it sawing. Oh yeah, something's happening. Something's definitely happening. You can feel it. It's not painless. It's not super painful either. It's like, it's almost like being pinched by a tiny, tiny, tiny set of tweezers. All right, we got one latched. Let's see if we can get some more diners. Oh yeah, oh, ow.
Another one?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yep, this one. That one's got me.
That's the big one.
Yeah. Okay, we got 2.
He's about to get even bigger.
We need one more. We need one more. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. They're biting me.
So you can actually feel these leeches sawing a hole in your
I
arm.
100% can feel their teeth going like this.
That one looks like it's getting bigger as well.
Definitely, this one?
Yeah.
They both are. Oh, wait a second. Might have another one. This is actually good too, because I just got stung by a giant hornet, and maybe they'll help me with some of the venom that's left in my arm. Oh yeah, I can feel it sawing. It's so uncomfortable.
They've both gotten so much bigger since they first attached.
100%. This one's like gorging itself for sure. All right, it's on. 3 is good. Ah, I can feel it sawing the hole. Ah! Oh, this is not fun. Oh, it doesn't really hurt. It's just really weird. It's like really weird and uncomfortable. And it's itchy. I just want to like, just itch them off, and I can't. Gotta like let them go. Ooh, yeah. So while I let these leeches feast on my blood, let's talk about leeches. So there are really 3 different kinds of leeches. There are leeches that have a proboscis, where they stick a needle into your skin and drink your blood. There are leeches that eat their prey whole, that don't have a mouth part at all. They just ingest their prey whole, like invertebrates and other worms. And then there are the jawed leeches, which is what we are looking at right here with these 3 tiger bloodsuckers. The reason they're called jawed leeches is because they have a Y-shaped jaw, this sharp little tooth that'll go and cut a hole into a victim. And then once they saw that hole open, they will inject an enzyme that has a numbing agent and an anticoagulant property to it. And it allows the leech to just totally fill up and gorge on blood. And you can really see that happening with this front one right now. Oh. Now, there are many different species of tiger leeches around the world. The reason why people call these tiger leeches is you're starting to see here on this front one, when they gorge up, it looks like they have stripes.
You can actually see it moving at the front there.
Yeah, look at its body wriggling. Look at that. Ugh. It's like a little blood balloon. So gross. And you can see the one in the back is starting to fill too.
It's massive.
And I am curious how big these leeches are gonna get.
There comes a point where these leeches are full and they will kind of just let go and roll off.
Totally. They'll just fall up on their own. So we're...
I think that back one's sort of getting to that point.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna let these leeches feast away, gorge as much as they can, and when they start falling off, that'll be a good point in time to remove the rest, and I will show you exactly how you should remove a leech if you're ever in a similar situation. Let's see how plump they are getting. They're like little blood sausages. Look at that. Just checking in on my guests here. Everybody doing well? Happy with the food? Oh, look at it, flexing. Ah, I ticked it off. Ah, okay. I can't even look at them anymore. Oh, I hope this is satisfying to watch because this is really awful to go through. Oh gosh. How much bigger are they gonna get? How much can you drink? How much can you eat? Ah! Just when you think this nightmare couldn't get any worse, they're now like oozing. There's like some kind of clear liquid coming out of these leeches, and it is just dripping down my arm now. Gross. See, it's like, doesn't smell like anything, but it's super slimy. Ugh, it's probably just the water from my blood. Ugh.
How long have these leeches been attached to your arm now?
I'm gonna say a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's real.
And they're 4 times the size than when we first put them on.
And they just keep feasting. They just keep sucking. Oh, oh gosh. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh God, it's getting so much worse.
They're getting so much bigger than I thought they would as well.
Really?
The thing is, I've never let a leech stay on me for this
No.
long.
You just don't let the leech suck you dry?
Yeah.
Oh God. This is ow, ow, that one's really getting me again. This is easily the longest bite, I can tell you that. In terms of like length of bite, it's the longest that you could imagine. This is painfully slow. At this point, I've stopped trying to guess how big they're going to get. I mean, they could double in size again.
Yeah. They're not going to be able to move.
I had to stand up now. I've been kneeling here for like 45 minutes, guys. This just keeps going and going and going. Miller, let's get out that other leech that didn't bite. This is where we started. Where we started, how it's going. Look at how big those leeches get. Look at that. Look at the size difference, guys. That is wild. Sorry, buddy. No blood
jealous.
for you. No blood for you. Oh my gosh. That one's just like pumping itself with blood. Whoa, look at that. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I can't keep it together.
Already lost it.
Oh, come on. All right, guys. It's officially 1 hour of feasting. They have to be getting toward the end of their meal. This one is done, guys. Look at that. It's basically like foot has slid off. You can see these have their feet still firmly attached. This one just sliding around. So, to conclude the leech feast, I'm going to show you 3 different methods for removing leeches. Here we go. First method, just using any kind of card. This is my Charlie card, public transit card from Massachusetts, and I'm simply going to go at the head. You want to make sure you're at the right end. The front head part is what's really attached right now, and I'm going to go in and swiftly whoop, remove the leech. There we go. Look at how fat that sucker got. Full of my blood. Look at that. Let's get the other one out real quick. I just want to see a size comparison. Wow, Miller, that's more than 6 times. That's like maybe 50 times larger. That is unbelievable. All right, well, there's a leech comparison. Let's put this one back because I don't want to get bit by that. That one's still hungry. This one's not. Miller, can you hand me the first aid kit?
Yeah.
Before we do the second method for releasing a leech, I have a little cleanup on aisle 1. And as you can see, the anticoagulant really works, guys. This is just gonna keep going and going. So I'm gonna put Band-Aids on these before we get out of here. But actually, look, you get in tight there, you can see where that tooth sawed that Y right into my skin. That's just gonna keep on bleeding just like that. Okay, time to remove leech number 2 with the method that I like to use. This is the one that you're always going to be able to do at any moment. If you can't find a library card or a credit card, you can always use your good old trusty thumbnail. You just take your thumbnail, scrape it with the back edge. Boom, and there you have it. Leech removed. Okay, now it's time for the third method. And this is something that we heard about locally here in Australia, Miller, and you actually use this method too to remove a leech.
Yeah.
What method is that?
So what we're actually going to do is use some salt. And I'll be interested to see what the reaction of this leech is when we put some on top of it, because you heard that it doesn't actually work.
Yeah, I heard that this is sort of a tall tale.
Yeah.
But you think it will?
I think it will.
Okay, are we ready? Method number 3, removing a leech using nothing but common table salt. Here we go. All right, that should be enough. Oh, it worked!
It works. There we
It
go.
totally worked! Get out of here! Leech feast! Oh my goodness. All right, well that's gonna about do it for today's leech feast. We have 3 blood-gorged tiger leeches here in Australia, some happy customers, and now it is time to find out the official BSI rating, where the tiger leech rates on our bite sting index. But before we do that, I just wanna thank Miller for helping us. Elbow bump, I'm bleeding like crazy. And now it is time to officially find out where the tiger leech falls on the bite sting index. Roll it. On intimidation, growing up in Ohio taught me to avoid leeches in stagnant water. But out here in Australia, these tiger leeches seek human blood on land and are relentless. So for that, I have to award this vampire worm of the forest an 8.5 out of 10. For pain, the natural anesthetic the leeches give off in their saliva really kept the feeling of the blood leaving my body through that small incision cut to a minimum. It's rare to encounter a creature that evolved to gently suck your life away, which makes these leeches perfect for nightmares, but more itchy than painful during the actual bite. And overall, it's a very unnerving experience, which was painful for my eyes to watch. So for that, I'm gonna give these leeches a generous 2.2 out of 10. Then finally, the aftermath. Once these leeches were off my arm, and after about 20 minutes, the anticoagulant wore off, letting my wounds start to close. And I kept the band-aids on overnight, and the next day, those tiny incision cuts turned into small bumps that itched like crazy for about a week. So for all of that, the aftermath only scores at a 3.2 out of 10, giving the final tally for the Australian tiger leech a 4.6 out of 10 on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. I have to say, I did feel a little bit wrong returning these relentless bloodsuckers back to the forest floor. But then again, who am I to get in the way of a future leech feast? Out here, every step counts. The terrain is brutal and the stakes are real. That's why I created Summit Adventure Fuel, to help power my way through any situation. With pro-grade electrolytes, clean sugar-free ingredients, and flavors that hit hard, Summit keeps me going when the wild pushes back. And unlike other electrolyte drinks that are sugar-free, Summit actually tastes good. And Summit is now the official drink of Brave Wilderness. So hydrate like an explorer and fuel your adventures all the way to the summit. Let's get there. When it comes to the world of stings, there are titans of pain that stand tall above the rest. Now, I've already survived the dreaded sting of the bullet ant, the warrior wasp, and even the deadly stonefish. But there is one titan that has eluded me time and time again. So today, I am back in the state of Arizona to take on the sting of the one and only tarantula hawk. Let's get searching. Desert's waking up. Got the hummingbirds out now. I think that was a tarantula hawk actually that just flew by. Big one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, right here, Mark. Whoa! That was huge.
I got one. Right here. Right here. Got it.
Oh!
Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah, baby. All right. Can't get too excited. It's got to get in the jar to be officially a catch. Yeah! Yes! Unfortunately, this victorious moment I'm feeling is about to turn into a world of pain because I've set the table for me to enter the sting zone with one of the colossals of sting, the tarantula hawk. Let's go set up the sting table. Here we go. It's game time. my gosh, guys. Look at the size of that tarantula hawk. That is a massive tarantula hawk. And I have to say, I have not been this amped for a sting video in a very long time. We have put in the work to feature the tarantula hawk on the Bite Sting Index, and today, it's going down. But before we get into that, check this out. Not only did I catch one tarantula hawk, I caught two. And the reason I want to show you both of these insects is because although they look similar, they are very different. And it's important for you to know the difference if you're ever out here in the Southwest and encounter one of these giant flying insects. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get out the second tarantula hawk from the container. What I'm holding here is a male tarantula hawk, and they do not possess a stinger. Now, the reason why the males do not possess stingers, and this is true in almost all stinging insects, is because a stinger is really just a modified appendage for laying eggs. Now, besides not having a stinger, the only other way to tell the difference between the male and female tarantula hawks are by looking at their antennae. Males have straight antennae, where females curl at the ends. And while side by side, it's also easy to see that females are larger, you typically will never see more than one tarantula hawk at a time. So checking for those antennae is the best way to know if you're looking at a harmless insect versus one that packs one of the most intense stings on the planet. I'm actually gonna transfer her into a bigger glass so we can really see, so she can spread all the way out. You can see how truly gargantuan this wasp is. Okay, there we go. Wow. Oh my goodness. What a monster wasp. Guys, look at the size of that abdomen. This is the biggest tarantula hawk I have ever seen. Now, the reason they're called a tarantula hawk is because how they reproduce. These enormous wasps, one of the largest wasps in the world, feed tarantulas to their young. And the way they do that is they will fly around the desert looking for these giant spiders. Once they find one, they will swoop down like a bird of prey, catch it, sting it, paralyzing the tarantula, and then lay eggs inside of it. So, when those eggs hatch, the very first meal of a tarantula hawk's life is a giant spider. And then they will emerge from the burrow as a fully grown wasp and feast on nectar. I've seen these wasps dragging spiders across the desert 10 times their size. It's truly unbelievable just how powerful the tarantula hawk can be. Well, now that we know why it's called a tarantula hawk, and we've been able to take a closer look, I think it's time for the moment that you all came for. It's time for me to enter the sting zone with one of the largest wasps on the planet. Here we go. Oh man, this is where it'd be very easy for me to take a sting too early. Those legs are so strong. Like if I don't get the right hold right away, it's almost no chance. I'm shaking. I'm so nervous right now. Gosh, this is always so much harder than it looks. Gotta hold. All right, I'm gonna have to use another set. Oh my gosh, look at how big that stinger is, guys. So strong. Got it. Good hold. All right, I gotta go for the sting, guys. Ready? I'm Mark Binns, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the one and only tarantula hawk. You guys ready? You got your shots? On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, hang on. I'm feeling lightheaded. I feel like I might pass out. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
You want me to join it?
No, I'm just gonna get my nerves going. My legs are shaking. My hands are shaking. I feel like my stomach's in my throat right now. I've never felt this like this before, Sting. This is like next level terror. Oh my gosh. This is happening. All right, here we go. All right, guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Stinger's hit! Oh God, I didn't get a good sting though. I gotta do it again. Oh, that hurts. It didn't get good. It didn't get me good. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Oh! Ah! Ah! Ah, she's savaging me! Ah, yeah! Yeah! Ah! 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 Oh! Oh, yeah! Ah! Oh my gosh, look how quickly it's swelling. Ah! 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 It's white hot, white hot. Ah! Ah! Ah!
You all right, man?
Oh, it's bad. It's really bad. She got me a bunch of times before the real sting, but the real sting went in. It was so bad. Ah. 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 Oh. Ah. Ah. Describe the pain. White hot. It's like gasoline under the skin, just torched. It's like someone put a match right on it. Ah, that's the real deal. Look at the swelling already. Matter of seconds, it's already swelling up. Oh. Oh. All right, guys. I feel like my voice is going. All right. Well, I've survived so far. I don't think I need the EpiPen, but my voice is shot. And I think it's now time for me to recover, endure the aftermath, and for you guys to know exactly where the tarantula hawk rates on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. Roll it. Huh. For intimidation, it's hard to imagine a wasp or any insect more intimidating than the tarantula hawk. But just in case I ever find one, I'll give it a 9.9 out of 10. For pain, it was way up there compared to the worst stings I've experienced. Instant flares of pain rocked my arm and underneath the skin. And the only reason I took repeated stings was to make sure I took a full dose, which I'm sure glad I did for the sake of this index, because that last sting was 10 times as painful as the first 8 or so warning pops. All of that said, I don't feel it was quite as bad as a bullet ant, so it only gets an 8.6 out of 10 for pain. For aftermath, the swelling was severe. My arm ballooned up and the redness extended from my wrist all the way down to my elbow. And the pain lasted for over 24 hours, but was much less severe after just about 30 minutes. However, it was followed by days of very intense itching before it started to properly heal. For that, the aftermath gets an 8.5 out of 10, giving the tarantula hawk a grand score and BSI rating of a 9, making it the second worst sting I have rated so far, and just barely falling short of the current king of sting, the bullet ant. Needless to say, while tarantula hawks are typically non-aggressive, you should never attempt to do what you saw in this video. Take it from me, it was a very painful experience I hope to never have again. Ouch. Got a scorpion right here. Scorpion. Can't tell what kind it is, but I definitely have one. See it right here? Right there? I'm going to carefully move around here. Oh, it's on to me. Got him. All right. Yep. It's gonna pinch me a little bit, and then before it calms down. Okay. Look at that venom at the tip of the tail. Ah, let go of me. Ah. I've got a good hold. Look at that. I mean, unmistakable, right? Like you are not gonna miss something glowing out here in the desert that color. But unfortunately, this is not the bark scorpion that we are looking for. This is actually a very small desert hairy scorpion. One that I have already been stung by. Oh, you're pinching me. One that I have already been stung by for the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. But this is a good sign that there are scorpions on the move. Let's put this little desert hairy back down where we found it and keep searching. Bye, buddy. got a scorpion. Oh. Don't spook it, don't spook it, don't spook it. Got it. Oh my goodness. Bark scorpion. Bark scorpion. Look at that. This is the most dangerous scorpion in all of North America, and one that has actually been responsible for human deaths. Okay, get it in jar. Relax. Woo! Okay. Oh, I cannot believe we found it. We were about to give up and head home for the night. Sure enough, this is the scorpion that I will now go up against to show you what it's like to get stung by one of the most feared arachnids in the world, the bark scorpion of the United States. Let's go set up the sting table. Here we go. That is the real deal, the bark scorpion. When it comes to scorpions that can be potentially dangerous and even life-threatening, the bark scorpion is the only scorpion that lives in the United States that's considered potentially deadly. And if you're wondering if I'm nervous, I am terrified. This sting pushes the limit. I hope I can make it through this one, guys. This one could be bad. I'm gonna take the scorpion out of the container so I can show you some of the key identifiers to know if you're looking at the Arizona bark scorpion or not. Okay, here we go. There's three main things you want to look for. See how the claws are very elongated. They're not powerful. They do not hurt. They can't really pinch you like a giant desert hairy scorpion could. Ah, yeah. These claws are very delicate, and they just use their claws for eating. They're not using those claws to capture their prey. What they are using, though, is their extraordinarily potent venom. If you look at the tip of the tail, the telson is what it's called. At the base of the stinger, the bark scorpion has a tooth. See that little notch? I can barely see it with my own eyes, but it's there. And that's how I was able to confirm this is a bark scorpion. No tooth, no bark. The third and most practical way to know that you're dealing with the bark scorpion is just by observing how you found it in the first place. Here we go, watch this. See that? Ran right underneath this piece of wood, hanging upside down. And these scorpions like to hide like this, guys, out of sight, inverted, underneath objects. So you can see here easily why people often get stung by bark scorpions. You're doing yard work, you pick up a piece of wood or a rock, you don't see the scorpion, you accidentally grab it, bam, you're stung. And what's worse than that, you often don't even see what stung you, but you sure can feel it. Now, it's time for the moment that I have been dreading for over 15 years, ever since I started coming to the Sonoran Desert. Quick PSA, I feel obligated to tell you, like I always tell you, but this one, guys, I'm very serious. Never attempt to recreate what you are about to see. All right, guys. Here we go. I hope I'm going to be okay and that this is just very painful in terms of an experience, but there's a chance that this might be the one, this could be the one that sends me to the hospital. Like we always do for the Bite Sting Index, I'm going to rate the sting of this scorpion on 3 different factors: intimidation, pain, and aftermath. I am intimidated, very much so. The pain, I believe, is going to be very severe, and for aftermath, this could be a high score. My heart is beating out of my chest. I absolutely feel fear right now. This is for real, I'm doing it. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the Arizona bark scorpion. I am terrified. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh! Ah! 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 Wow! Oh! Oh, that's painful. Oh, that's terrible. Oh! Whoa! Holy smokes! Oh! 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 Oh, I gotta put it away. I gotta put it back. Oh God, that's so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. 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 Ah. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so bad. It's just my whole hand's numb. My whole hand is numb. Radiating heat. It's like, it's so painful. Oh my gosh, I have never felt instant pain like that. I thought it was gonna be bad, but I did not think it was gonna be this bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, more painful than stonefish, it's more painful than bullet ant. It's way more painful than the bullet ant. Oh.
Wow, we have a new king today.
Oh. Oh gosh, it really burns. It really burns to touch. It's so tender. So tender all through my finger. Oh gosh, and it hit me like I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. I was not ready. I was not prepared for it to be this bad. Oh, it's getting worse. It feels like my whole hand's just like wanting to like curl up and seize. My whole finger is like almost like going paralyzed. Ah, that hurts. Oh, and it's swelling bad. Look at that. Look at my finger swelling up. Ah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Never in my life have I felt a pain so shocking and so jarring. And what's crazier is the build of this sting was the first time I seriously thought about going to the hospital. In over 10 years of making videos on Brave Wilderness, I've never had to go or even thought about going. But this sting gets scary. For intimidation, this scorpion gets a huge score because it is well known for being the worst and most dangerous scorpion in North America. No other scorpion even comes close to being as feared as this one, and for that, it gets a 9.8 out of 10. For pain, I know I've had gnarlier looking stings before, like the bullet ant and the tarantula hawk that made my arm flare up right away, but this one was worse by far. It was like being struck by a lightning bolt of pain that made me jump up in the air and my whole hand shocked into numbness within a matter of seconds, leaving behind a pulsating pins and needles electrical fire in its wake. Simply put, it's a solid 10 of 10. For aftermath, this is where it got bad. The electrical pins and needles in my hand got worse, almost too painful to even touch. And then it started to spread. First up the top of my arm, then my whole arm up to my elbow went numb. And that radiating Charlie horse pain got worse and worse and worse. And as the pain started to creep past my elbow, I thought I was certainly going to need to go to the hospital. And I'll admit to you right now, I was terrified that I had finally pushed it too far. And I told myself, if it gets to my shoulder, we're going. But luckily for me, it stopped just short. And after about 12 hours of numbness, it retreated back to my elbow. And by the next morning, it was only radiating in my hand and wrist. All in all, it took 4 days to regain feeling in most of my hand, but my finger and thumb took a full week to recover. So I'm sure by now you've guessed it, the aftermath was also a 10 out of 10, giving the Arizona bark scorpion a total BSI score of a 9.9, which easily dethrones the bullet ant and making it the brand new king of sting. Out here, every step counts. The terrain is brutal and the stakes are real. That's why I created Summit Adventure Fuel, to help power my way through any situation. With pro-grade electrolytes, clean sugar-free ingredients, and flavors that hit hard, Summit keeps me going when the wild pushes back. And unlike other electrolyte drinks that are sugar-free, Summit actually tastes good. And Summit is now the official drink of Brave Wilderness. So hydrate like an explorer and fuel your adventures all the way to the summit. Let's get there. The murder hornet is one of the most feared insects on the planet. And this video is my terrifying experience of being stung by this living nightmare. Ow! So much worse than the bullet ant. Buckle up, guys. This video is as extreme as it gets. because today I am in the foothills of Japan hunting for murder hornets. The creatures that have dominated news headlines across the world for their gargantuan size, aggressive behavior, and potentially lethal sting. If I am able to catch a murder hornet today, I am going to attempt the unthinkable, where I will intentionally take a sting for myself to rate the pain and see just how horrific of an experience this truly is. The King Kong version of these hornets only live here in Japan, and we are not going to give up searching for one until we find it, because we came a long way to add what could be the brand new king of sting to the Bite Sting Index. You guys hear that?
What?
I hear buzzing. Something buzzing up here. That's the right species of tree. See that big sap drainage? The hornets are going to be out here looking for trees like this that are having the sap drainage. They're going to try to eat that, but I hear buzzing. All right, there's a cork oak right here. Big one. I hear something. You guys hear the buzz?
Is that up?
Oh yeah, hornets way up there. I think those are murder hornets, guys. They are huge, absolutely enormous. There's another one. Oh my gosh. All right, our big problem right now isn't finding the hornets. We found them, but that's about 25 feet up in the air. Last time I ran into this issue, I used a drone to catch a warrior wasp. That is not gonna work in this dense forest, but what I do have is an extra long net. That's probably 12 feet, but it just keeps going. Look at this. It just keeps going. Going in. You guys got a shot? Got one. Got one. Got one. Fishing it in. Fishing it in. Let's go. Oh, there it is. Oh, that is huge. That's definitely a giant hornet, guys. Oh, he's angry. Oh, yes, that is it. There it is, guys. The murder hornet here in Japan. And now I've set the table to go arm the stinger with one of the most feared insects, the giant Japanese hornet. Let's go. This is probably the sweatiest video, guys, I've made in a long time. We are drenched, but the effort put into the search has been worth it, because look at this. There it is, guys. Keep your heads up on this. If it gets away, duck. I give you the world's largest hornet, the Japanese giant hornet, subspecies Japanica. There are over half a dozen varieties of Asian giant hornets, but this one is truly the King Kong of them all. Oh my gosh. And this is the last of the big stings, guys. Like, for me, I will continue to build out the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index, but in terms of known stings, this is the last big one on the table, and is certainly one that could contend for the King of Sting. Right now, as it stands, the bark scorpion holds the title. Will it be dethroned by the murder hornet? Today, we are going to find out. Now, I know what you're thinking. Something so big, what do these hornets eat? We've already established that they love to feast on sap, but typically their diet consists of other insects. These are assassins. They are predators, mainly targeting honeybees. And that is the big problem with the Japanese giant hornet. They are a huge threat to honeybee colonies, because just a few giant hornets can go in and literally take out an entire hive. This is the reason, guys, why we are so concerned with these giant hornets invading other parts of the world. The honeybees we have in the United States, they would get absolutely decimated if an invasive colony of giant hornets were to come in. So to this point, we don't really need to worry about murder hornets in the United States, guys, but right now, I definitely need to be worried because it is time for me to enter the sting zone. Here we go. We are going to rate the sting on 3 separate factors: intimidation, pain, and aftermath. And then at the end, we will tally those scores together, creating an average BSI ranking, and that is where this creature will stack against all the other insect and arachnid bites and stings that I've done through my entire career. I'm going to count down from 3, take a sting, put it back in the glass. If I cannot, guys, just let it fly away. Multiple stings from this creature will be a trip to the hospital. Hopefully, it's only gonna be me. I might be able to just gently remove this and grab it. This is a little risky because if I lose it, got it. Got it. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, I see the stinger already. So that's a good hold too. Oh my gosh, it's so strong, guys. That is terrifying. And it goes without saying, guys, never attempt to do what you're about to see. This is an extreme sting test, if there ever was one. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the murder hornet on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, geez. Oh my God. Like as soon as I put it near my skin, the stinger came out. That freaked me out. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh my, you seeing that? Like she knows where the skin is. Look at the venom dripping off the back, guys. I have never seen this before. As soon as I placed the hornet near my skin, the stinger like came out like it knew. Oh my gosh. Gosh. That just made me so much more nervous. All right, hang on, I gotta get a new grip here. All right, guys, here we go, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh! Oh! Oh my gosh! It's bleeding. God! Oh, it's so bad. God! God! Holy cow! That is so bad. It's gonna be really bad. Oh, it burns. It burns so bad. It's like a dagger. It stabbed me so bad. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so bad.
You need the pen?
I don't know. I don't need it right now. But this is gonna get really bad. This is gonna be really, really bad. It's making my other sting swell. Look at this. This is all just swelling back up along with this. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a volcano of pain. Oh, it's so much worse than the bullet ant. Like not even comparable. Let's go back to the table. I gotta walk it off. It is like a burning inferno dome under my skin right now. I did not expect a geyser like that, and it was mad. It pumped me full of so much venom. We're gonna monitor this for the next 24 to 48 hours, not only for my safety, but for the index. We have a contender for the King of Sting, and the next 24 to 48 hours are gonna determine where the murder hornet officially rates on the BSI. But like always, you don't have to wait a second. Let's cut to the rating right now. Roll it. On intimidation, I have filmed the giant murder hornet myself once before, and I've seen the damage that it can inflict. To me, there are 0 wasps or hornets more intimidating on the planet than this insect, and I mean anywhere. It even has the word murder in its common name, so for that, it easily earns a 10 out of 10 for intimidation. For pain, it felt and looked like I had been shot with a bullet in my forearm. The intensity was like no other sting I have ever felt before, and I mean, just look at this. It goes without saying that I have to give the giant murder hornet of Japan a perfect 10 out of 10 for pain. Now, the aftermath was the deciding factor in possibly claiming a new king of sting for the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. And guys, I have never witnessed a more severe reaction from a single sting than this one. My entire forearm was so swollen that it looked inflated and made of marshmallow compared to the rest of my body. This was definitely the worst BSI experiment I have ever gone through, so I have to award the aftermath a 10 out of 10, making the murder hornet, the Japanese giant hornet of Japan, the new king of sting, with a final and first ever perfect combined score of a 10 out of 10. Is there an insect in the entire world that can dethrone this new king? Honestly, I don't think so, but if there is, don't worry. We'll go full Spinal Tap and crank our index up to 11. The acid-spraying violin beetle in an effort to see if it's truly as dangerous as the local legends say. Let's get searching. Not only are they super unique looking, they are enormous and they possess a very dangerous defense mechanism. The violin beetle has the power to secrete and spray acid, which can make you go blind. And we're going to catch one. We just started our search here and we've already come across something really crazy looking. Check this out. Hold on tight if you have arachnophobia. That is a huge golden orb weaver. Wow. That is a giant one. Walk onto my hand. Oh boy.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Watch out, Mark. He's on your back.
That's nerve-wracking. Where is he now?
He's on the back.
Right on your backpack. Right in the middle of your backpack. Yep, gently.
Careful. He's coming back up.
Yep, he's climbing back up now.
Okay. Oh, here it is, here it is. Whoa, look at the size of that spider, guys. Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Now, is he dangerous at all?
These spiders possess a really painful bite. Luckily for me though, it takes a lot to agitate them enough to get a chomp. So if I just handle it carefully, I'll be just fine. Wow, what a spider. Are you kidding me? Look at the size. This is the biggest golden orb weaver spider I've ever seen. Well, this is a really good sign that we're on the right track. Up next, hopefully we find that giant insect that we're after. Let's put this spider back, keep moving up the stream. Ugh. These violin beetles are really good at hiding. Prefers darkness, tight crevices, near water. So we are in the perfect spot to start our search. Crevices of rocks, fallen trees, and in between sheets of fungus, actually. All right, hey, Andrew, I'm gonna try to flip this log, see what's underneath this.
Do you have a good feeling about this spot? Well, big ant nest, huge ant nest.
Where?
Up top, right by your hand. Watch out.
Got me. Oh, first sting in Thailand. Got nailed by some kind of fire ant. Yeah, they definitely sting. Look at that, jeez. Lit me up. All right, guys hear that? Oh, monkey. Guys, bring your cameras over here.
Oh, cool.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
The monkey is hanging out. You guys hear that? Monkeys in the background making an alarm call, so we do have to keep our wits about us.
Oh, cool.
This jungle is home to leopards, bears, and even on occasion a tiger. Water, like the stream, is rare, and during the dry season, it's drawing in some things that can be super hazardous to myself and the crew. we want to find big overhangs. These violin beetles are enormous. So they're gonna prefer much larger spaces than say like a little crevice like this rock here. Let's go into this tree. Not seeing enough fungus. Do you wanna see fungus, smell fungus? It should be damp. That is where these insects spend almost the majority of their lives, except for their larval stage, where they'll actually live in the water. Oh, right there. Look at that. Hey guys, I got a crab.
Crab?
Cool. These are little forest crabs out here. And I bet they can pinch pretty good. Yeah, they can pinch pretty good. Yep. Ow. Ow, gosh, it got me at the worst spot. That's, come on, buddy. Let go of me, if I just, come on. Yes. All right, I'm gonna hold it just like this. Didn't draw any blood, but man, that pinched really good. These crabs are all up and down the stream bed. Kind of looks like a shore crab that you'd find in a tide pool. Not used to seeing crabs near a stream. There are a lot of them out here. Look at that. See all that purple underneath its legs? Let's put this crab back. See you, buddy. Finding more wildlife, this is a good sign. I feel like we're honing in on those violin beetles. See this fungus? This is exactly what we're looking for. These kind of logs with fungus growing on them are the perfect habitat for the violin beetle. This is exactly what they like.
See anything?
No. The rest of the team found something. We're on our way. Oh, wow. A red-tailed racer. All right, you guys rolling? We're rolling. Okay. Looks like it's gonna stay put if I just... Oh. Turn back on. It's okay. They're non-venomous, but they are biting. Stay back. See if I can just get it out of this tree. Oh man. See him biting me? All right, can my snake hook up? Got it. See if we can get him to calm down. All right, there we go. That was intense. Definitely turned around and struck him a few times. Luckily, this is a non-venomous species of snake. It looks almost like a green mamba in a way. So there's like a part of my brain that's like, don't get bit by the snake. See that? See it striking? Look how it's flattening out its neck. The more calm I am, the more calm the snake will be. Pretty rare to come across one of these racers because typically they're found much higher up in the canopies, hunting for anything that it can fit in its mouth. We're talking lizards, frogs, and even birds. I just had to take this opportunity to present this beautiful snake up close like this. We've got an audience of monkeys right overhead that are probably looking at me like I'm crazy. And all the things I've seen in Thailand so far, this is by far the coolest find. We're getting close. I can feel it. This is exactly the environment we need to search. See this underhang? I'm gonna get my flashlight out and I'm gonna get up under there. I have a feeling this is the perfect spot to find what we're looking for today.
You see something, Mark?
Oh my goodness. Guys, I got him.
You can see him?
Oh yeah, man, they are weird. Oh my goodness. There's about 8 of them. And
Did you say 8 of them?
there's about 8 of them. They're all hugged up underneath this stump or this log here. And I feel like if I can just get my jar on top of them, I'm gonna have a good chance of getting it into an area where we can film it. Okay, so I'm gonna use this. Wish me luck, guys. Here we go. That's not working.
Are they moving around in there?
Yeah, they're fast. They're really fast. This is a lot more challenging than I thought. Oh. You guys smell that? Smell that jar. That's the smell of the acid they spray. That is pungent. Okay, I'm gonna need to use my sunglasses. If I get sprayed in the eye, this is one of the real dangers of this animal is if you get it in your eyes, the locals down here say that you can go blind. So I'm just gonna wear these sunglasses. I'm just gonna have to grab one. Got one right here. Just wanna try to get the catch. This is gonna be gnarly. Got one. Got one.
Got him?
Got it. Get in the jar. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. Woo! All right. We got it, guys. Woo, yeah. And it was already secreting that defense mechanism. All right, let's get into an area where we can get this violin bug in a little bit better light so you can see why this is one of the strangest insects in the entire world. All right, it's time to get a closer look at the violin beetle of Thailand. Luckily there's more where this came from, but I want to try to be gentle. There we go. Look at that. Whoa. Are you kidding me? Have you ever in your life seen anything like that? I mean, you could clearly see why it gets its name, the violin beetle, shaped like a violin. And those wings on the sides of the body there are somewhat translucent, giving it this lacquer-like appearance. So I would say it's accurately described. Now, they do come in a couple different color varieties. This one is the toffee brown color. Trying to handle it with the utmost care. They have a very potent defense mechanism where they can actually secrete and even spray butyric acid. I can smell it. Oh, it's definitely all inside the jar. It almost reminds me of like smelling salts. It's very pungent, like makes your eyes water. You can imagine if you were sprayed with a mouthful or an eyeful of that, you'd immediately turn the other direction and run away. Now you may be asking yourself, looking at the size of this insect, Mark, is that as big as it grows? Actually, no. They can get up to double this size. Now, getting a closer look. Oh, whoa.
Now, do you know where they spray their acid from?
They secrete the acid from the abdomen. And my guess is from underneath. I'm actually gonna try to pin the beetle so we can see the underside and maybe we can see it spray. See that abdomen right there? So it likely secretes that butyric acid right from the back of the abdomen. Yep. And that, oof. Oh, it's got a huge waft of it, yeah. Ooh. But I also want to show you, look at this. Look at the center thorax of this beetle. It's got like serrated edges. It almost looks like a knife on both sides of it. It's super bizarre and menacing. That head and neck, elongated. It's like a giraffe almost. Kind of looks like a giant assassin bug meets a cockroach, meets a mantis. This is truly the territory of bizarre insects. Easily the most unique looking insect that I've ever held. Welcome to Thailand, am I right? Now you can see it has very long antennae. It's gonna be using those as sensories to navigate through the environment, and you can see how flat it is. Look at how flat its body is. It's specifically designed to fit between bark and bracketed fungus. Between those two beady little eyes and those long horned antennae, there's a set of jaws in the center of the face. These violin beetles are great predators. It doesn't seem to be too dangerous, but you never can be too careful when you're dealing with exotic insects in uncharted territory. How about that? I would call that a very successful adventure out here in Kankrachan National Park in Southwest Thailand, coming across what is, in my opinion, the most bizarre insect on the planet, the violin beetle. All right, let's put the beetle back under the log and head home. The coolest octopus I have seen is the Wonderpus. Not only is this octopus extremely rare, but the encounter that I had with it, it's gonna blow your mind. Now, my search for the Wonderpus took me 9,000 miles away from home, completely to the other side of the planet in Indonesia, to a place called the Limbe Strait, which is a narrow channel of water that is uniquely situated in a place where volcanic sediments and nutrient-rich waters collide. And this creates a super bizarre ecosystem that feels otherworldly. Now, at first glance, this underwater lunar surface just seems barren. And you might be asking yourself, why would so many divers travel from all over the world to this place? Well, that's because on that lunar surface, tucked into the little cracks and holes, is a treasure trove of super unique creatures, including some of the most rare and bizarre on the planet. But in order to find them, it's just a matter of being in the right place at the right time. So this is muck diving at its finest. And while there were many creatures that I wanted to find, the one that always stood out of the crowd was the Wonderpus, because they are considered one of the most unique looking octopuses in the world. And some say they are the most intelligent of them all. And like every search for a rare animal, it's all about repetition. So we were relentless. We were diving day after day, dive after dive after dive, and we were seeing a lot. There were so many cool creatures down there, it was hard to actually pick what to film and what to not film. And I love frogfish, so every time I would see a cool frogfish, I would zoom in on it to see if I could get some feeding behavior and get that lure moving around. But I knew in the back of my mind, I can't stay here for any one animal for too long, because the search for the Wonderpus is gonna take everything I've got. But when it came to finding one of these octopus, it wasn't until our 9th day of diving until we had our first break. As I made my way through the murky water, down to the seafloor, into the sand, that's when I saw it. What I thought was a flounder, and it wasn't. But once I got closer and it broke its camouflage where I could see it, clearly what I was looking at was an octopus. Now, I know what you're thinking, it's the Wonderpus. It's almost the Wonderpus. It's another species of mimicking octopus, commonly known as the mimic octopus, that they actually thought was the same as a Wonderpus until 2006, but they have some very distinct differences, including their size. The mimic octopus is much larger, and it has been studied in a more prolific way. We don't know as much about the Wonderpus, but we know that the mimic octopus can do about 15 different mimics of other species, including a flat fish like a flounder. I tried to drift with the octopus until it calmed down and started to relax, and that's when its interest in me started to kick in. Now, along with taking on other forms and impersonation, I have to say, the coloration of the mimic octopus was super impressive. It flashed those bright stripes and warning signs. I really saw the sea snake impersonation clear as day. These displays can really fool you, especially when you're in that murky water in the muck environment. Scientists believe this mimicry is used to fool predators into thinking that the octopus is far more dangerous than it really is. So think about that. This animal is trying to pretend to be another animal to avoid getting eaten. That's some next level survival skills. Now, a lot like some of the other creatures that we had already filmed on this trip, the mimic octopus also lives beneath the muck. So when they want to leave, they can. And for its final disappearing act, I have to say the mimic octopus gave us a show that was award worthy. So at this point on the trip, we're seeing lots of creatures. We see our mimic octopus, so we're not going home empty-handed with amazing footage. We've got it on camera, and it was incredible, but all I had on my mind was searching for the Wonderpus. It wasn't until the last day, when hope was starting to fade, that this happened. We're on our second to last dive, and I'm going through the murky water, and out of the blue, literally floats into the frame of my camera, a Wonderpus. Just like it was taking a stroll through the neighborhood, the creature that I had been searching for over 11 days of scuba diving. We had done over 50 scuba dives at this point. It just happened that easy. It's like you can't script when things like that happen. Sometimes we search so hard to find the creatures, only to have moments like this occur, where when you just relax and you let it flow, things go your way. At this point, it's game on. I am camera locked on the Wonderpus, trying to catch every moment I can of this creature before it disappears. The Wonderpus is known for its rusty brown and white striped pattern, which is unique to each individual. It's like a fingerprint. And unlike many other octopuses, its body is slender with long, narrow arms lined with white tips, giving it a more delicate and almost alien-looking appearance. Now, like I said, they are super rare. Even the dive guides of the dive resort we were staying at were telling us how few Wonderpus they actually see. So the fact that this was happening was like literally blowing my mind in real time. But looking back at this footage was just such a special moment. It was amazing how it was just dancing in front of the camera. We were almost creating like a bond, which I have had with other cephalopods before. I've had this happen with the cuttlefish, with some other species of squid, but never quite experienced what happened next. And hopefully a lot of you watching this have already seen the octopus teacher, but every time the contact was made with that animal, I totally believed it. And I wish that I was on the other side of the camera in the situation. I never had that with an octopus before. So given how friendly this Wonderpus is being, I gently put out my hand just to see if there was a real bond between us. I'm about to enter the sting zone with the bullet ant. Ah! I'm about to enter the bite zone with the leafcutter ant. Here we are in the jungles of Costa Rica for the ultimate showdown between the two most painful ants in the world. We've got the bite of the leafcutter ant versus the sting of the bullet ant. And I'm here to determine which of these two is the true king of pain. Ah! Before we start our face-off, we have to track down our contenders. First up are the leafcutters, which are famous for slicing up plants and marching the pieces back to their nest. These worker ants carrying the leaves are incredibly strong, capable of lifting 20 times their own weight. They harvest these parts to use as compost that grows a fungus to feed the entire colony, including their defenders called soldier ants. Leafcutter soldiers have no stinger at all, but instead use their massively oversized jaws like butcher knives to slice through anything standing in their way, including human flesh. I have personally witnessed a single soldier saw through skin to the bone in just a matter of seconds, and that is why it will be our first contender. To find them, all we have to do is follow this trail of ants back to their underground lair. Here we go. This is it. This is the entry point to the nest. You can see the leaves are disappearing here. Up in this clearing, there's going to be other entry points. That's where the soldiers are going to be waiting to ambush. Oh yeah, see multiple entry points. All right, we want to be very gentle with our steps around these openings, because as soon as we disturb this area with vibrations, these ants are gonna swarm us. These colonies can span 100 feet in diameter underground, so that's pretty much all of the visible area here in this clearing. There are millions of ants below our feet right now, including those dominant soldier ants. These are the biggest and baddest ants that you could imagine. All right, guys, get ready. So this is the same as knocking on the door, and trust me, we are not welcome. Oh, here they come right here, look at that. Giant soldiers. If you don't pay attention, they will be all over your body. We're here to collect 5 soldier ants for the bite test. All right, there's one. Okay, we got one. We are getting absolutely swarmed by these ants. Look at them covering my boots. All right, they're covering. I know, you guys watch yourselves, stand back a little bit. They come out of the hole with their mandibles open, ready for pain. All right, I got 3.
They're all over your boots.
Oh, oh gosh, he's already got me. 4. One just got on my back. They're already up my legs. God, he got me. Oh, okay, how many do we have? I got 5. All right, let's get out of here, come on. I got one on my back. God, I sliced my back. All right, seriously. Oh, you got them all over you guys. Got them all over your boots.
Oh, Matt, one just crawled in your pocket.
Oh, Mark, there's one on your shoulder.
It's biting me, look at that. Yeah, yes, they can definitely bite through your clothes. There's no negotiating with these ants. They only mean to seek and destroy. It's time for round one. Let's go to the bite table and get this action started. All right, welcome to the bite table. Here we have in our jar 5 soldier leafcutter ants, and oh boy, are they angry. Let's get a closer look at the business end of one of these soldiers. Man, these ants just make you nervous. They are so incredibly strong. Let's take a closer look. Andrew, you got a good shot? It's like having a pair of garden shears on your face. They are razor sharp. We're going to attempt to recreate a swarm of ants on the top of my hand and then see if I can withstand their bites for 60 seconds. Please do not attempt to recreate what you're about to see. Matt, let's put 60 seconds on the clock.
60 seconds.
All right, here we go. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the bite zone with the leafcutter ant. Here we go, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah, yeah, that one's got me. All right, they're all in, start the clock.
60 seconds starting
now. Oh, they're breaking the skin. Man, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. What's the time? What's the time?
30 seconds left.
They're just annihilating my skin, just popping holes. It's like razor pinches. They're just like slicing through my skin like butter. Give me a countdown. It's gotta be close.
10 seconds left.
All right, 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't move your hand. 3, 2, 1.
Get them off, get them off, get them off. God, they won't come off. They just bite harder. Get off me. Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. So many bites. That was so much more intense than I thought. I thought there was no possible way that a leafcutter ant bite could even come close to comparing, but I don't know. Bullet ant stings up next, but that's the most uncomfortable thing I have ever experienced. The sheer willpower to just like look away and let that happen. I hope you guys got good shots because I never want to go through that ever again. All right, so let these ants go and get back on the hunt. Even with fresh wounds on my hand, there was no time for a break. My turn to face the sting of the bullet ant had arrived. Bullet ants are one of the largest ants in the world and are legendary for having the most painful sting in the insect kingdom, rating above cow killers, tarantula hawks, and the infamous murder hornet. It has also earned itself the nickname the 24-hour ant because the excruciating pain from a single sting can last an entire day. Let's let these ants back off into their nest. There you go. Round 1 of the most painful ant showdown is in the books. I've got some battle wounds to show for it. Now it's time for round 2, the sting of the bullet ant. I've got some good news and bad news. The bad news is, for me, this is definitely gonna happen. The good news is, we don't have to go very far to find our bullet ant. Literally on top of the leafcutter ant colony, there is a bullet ant nest right here at this tree. I have never seen this before. All I have to do, give a little knock on the door. Check this out. Oh, here they come. Can you get your microphone close? Hear them making their battle cry. Oh, they're angry. We just need one ant. Here we go. Oh, we got 2 on there. Oh, see if we can get one to climb off in it. All right. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, geez, that was close. All right, we got an ant. And just like that, we are ready for round 2. The time has come for the second contender. Those leafcutter ants meant business, but those are flesh wounds. This is venom. Let's get the bullet ant out of the jar so we can get a closer look at exactly what we're dealing with here. All right, I'm just gonna let it crawl onto the table. Got it. Oh man, My heart is definitely racing a million miles a second right now. These ants are not to be taken lightly. Some ants just bite, but some ants sting, and this is the king of sting. Oh. Ah! Did you see that? Jumped right off the forceps. Let me grab it again. Be good, be good. Okay, got a better grip that time. Oh man, okay.
He looks angry.
Very angry. The panerotoxin in this ant stinger is ranked #1 on Dr. Schmidt's sting index. And I'm not just gonna take one sting today. I'm about to take it on for 60 seconds. Oh man, this is gonna be painful. Please do not attempt to try this at home. 60 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Camera's rolling, camera's rolling, camera's rolling. I'm Mark Binns, and I'm about to enter the sting zone for 60 seconds with the bullet ant. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh, you see the stinger going in? Oh, you got that shot? Oh, ah! Oh, that hurts. Oh, the stinger's still in me. Ah!
Mark, we gotta stop the clock every time you take
All right, oh man, it really burns.
You have to hold it on there for a whole minute.
Oh yeah, you can see the stinger going in the skin. You see that? Oh man, and he's just like working it in. Oh my gosh.
30 seconds.
Oh, the stinger's in there, just pumping me full of venom.
Mark, you okay?
No. It's hot. Oh yeah, you see the stinger going in and out? It's getting me again. What's the time?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time.
Oh, I'm bleeding. Where the stinger is in, you guys see that? Oh, dude, I'm telling you what, that is searing pain. My arm is on fire right now.
Describe the pain.
It's hot. It's hot, it's pulsating, it's electric. My skin is just like rippling with pain. You can see it drew blood. The stinger was in the skin, just pumping me full of venom. Do you see it pull out there at the end? That was insane. They say it's like being shot by a bullet. This pain is rumored to last for like 24 hours. The sting is getting worse by the second.
So which one's worse?
The acute pain of those leafcutter ant jaws really hurt. This is different though. This is getting worse. Like you could see the redness is starting to really flare up. Like look at all the capillaries dilating there. Wow. In terms of the showdown, I don't know, what do you guys think? What'd you think was worse?
Just based on your pain reaction and the bites, I think leafcutter ant.
I mean, this was no walk in the park. This did not feel good for a second, but those leafcutter ants, that is something I never, ever want to go through ever again if I can help it. All right, guys, it's getting dark. Let's release the ant and head back to camp. As we made our way back to the nest to release the bullet ant, the swelling and searing pain increased dramatically, and I was starting to think that I had declared the winner of this ant versus ant face-off far too soon. All night long, my arm was riddled in bone-crushing pain, and it took everything I had to hold back from screaming out in agony.
I maybe got like 2 hours sleep last night, guys. This bullet ant sting just kept me up all night long.
For what it's worth, I feel my experience has proved the rumors true. The pain became much more intense before getting any better, and the visual swelling and itching alone were shocking. It took multiple days for all of my symptoms to subside, and if it were up to me, I'd rename this species the 48-hour ant. So I had to do the right thing and return to the table. Well, I, for one, am never too proud to admit when I am wrong. And in terms of yesterday's verdict as to which was worse, I was wrong. Look at my arm, guys. I am in so much pain right now. And look at this. The redness extends all the way from my wrist to almost my elbow. It truly feels like a broken bone.
Wait, Mark. So, are you changing the winner from yesterday?
No question. No question. I have never felt pain like this from a sting. This is the worst sting I have ever experienced in my life. The bullet ant is the true king of pain of this rainforest. This was my first brush with the bullet ant, but it will be far from my last. Our experiment today was more than just a head-to-head comparison. It was also training. Soon I'll be heading deep into the Amazon to attempt the legendary Bullet Ant Glove Challenge, where I'll place my hands into gloves filled with hundreds of angry bullet ants that could sting me thousands of times. Should I continue forward in this next mission? Tell us what you think in the comments. I'm Mark Binns. Be brave. Stay wild. We'll see you in the Amazon. The tide pools of Australia are full of bizarre, mysterious creatures, but we need to be careful. I just got drilled. Some of the creatures that call this environment home can also be deadly. An eel! Wow, do you see that? It's trying to bite its reflection. What's going on, Brave Crew? We're back in Queensland, Australia, about to head off for another epic tide pool adventure. And we absolutely love these tide pools because they're jam-packed with super unique creatures, including some of the most deadly on Earth. So if you're ready, it looks like the tide's headed out, which means it's time for us to get our feet wet and try to find something we've never seen before. Okay, let's go. So you'll notice that all of the surface of the rocks right now is wet and slippery. We want to move extremely slow. The last thing we want is for someone to take a nasty spill because we're moving too fast. Looks like there might be some more pockets ahead. Let's head up a little bit further this way and make moves toward the point. Hey guys, I think I got a crab here. Got him, haha! This is a swift-footed shore crab, and they are very difficult to catch because, like their name, they're very swift. Now, these crabs are very, very common in these tide pools. In fact, we were here last year and I caught one and took a photograph and put it on Instagram, and it was one of my most liked Instagram posts of our entire production last year, but unfortunately we could not catch one again to get it on camera. So I'm really happy that I was able to find one today to show you guys. This one does feel like it did just molt, which is perhaps why it was a little easier to catch and maybe a little bit slower. I can tell that because its shell is slightly soft. But what's really cool about crabs is they're sort of like the custodians of the tide pools. They're like the cleanup crew. They're opportunistic omnivores, so they're out here eating a lot of the dead things and all the carrion, and they also eat some of the plant life, including some of the algae and some of the plankton scum that washes up. So they do a very good job at managing these tide pools and keeping them pristine for all the other creatures. So thank you for doing that, and we're gonna let you go now so you can go about your day. See you, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. There he goes. Oh, look at this. This tide pool is brimming with life. It's a lot of fish. A lot of fish around here. Wait a second. That is a cone snail. And cone snails are very venomous. So what I want to do real quick is I'm going to place the cone snail on this glove. This is actually sting proof and bite proof to use when you handle venomous creatures. All right, there you have it. You can see that patterning on the shell, and that's how I was able to identify it as a cone snail. Some might say this is actually an aposematic coloration because of how venomous this creature is. You can actually see its foot reaching out to right itself right now. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's talk about what makes a cone snail such a lethal predator. They're actually armed with a very specialized radular tooth up by their mouth that can actually shoot a venomous barb out like a harpoon to dispatch their prey. Now this barb is laced with a neurotoxic venom, so it immediately paralyzes the prey, so then the snail can catch up and consume it. Because some of them actually eat fish, and those cone snails are actually very dangerous to human beings. So if you're ever gonna come out shelling or pick up a snail in this region of the world, you definitely wanna be aware of what a cone snail looks like before you do so. All right, let's put it back and see what else we can find out here in the tide pools. Well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is we've already found some pretty cool animals. The bad news is the weather that's been pushing through the last few days is really not letting this tide drop quite as low as I thought it would. So I have a GoPro wearable that I'm gonna throw on my shoulder, and I'm gonna head out there with this net, get in those rocks and hope to get lucky. Whoa. I'm glad I moved that mic pack. Nothing around here. I'm gonna move through this way. Getting a little precarious. Oh boy. Woo! I'm really glad the mic pack's on this side and not that side, because I just got drilled. This storm surge is for real. Okay, let's make our way around here. Getting soaked. Nothing. Seen a bunch of fish darting in and out. Hold on. What's that? There's something right there. An eel! Oh my goodness. Check this out. Wow. Look at that. Okay, I can't keep it out of water for too long. We gotta go find a spot to do the presentation. Let's go over here to this pocket. Wow. I think what I wanna do to present this eel, because I can't really handle it out of the water, I'm gonna put it in one of our cubes. Here, can somebody hold that eel in the water there, just like that? Okay, cool. I get my pack off. Let's fill this up with water. Okay, this is a delicate little maneuver. Now, got to do this real quick. Okay, got it. Perfect. Yes. First things first, let's talk about the type of eel that we found here. This is a snowflake eel. It's called a snowflake eel because, as you can see on its side through the center line, it has all these beautiful patterns in the shape of snowflakes. Now, an eel is actually a fish, not a snake. A lot of people confuse these animals with snakes, with sea snakes, and they are not venomous like a sea snake at all. Although they do have razor sharp teeth. In fact, they have 2 rows of teeth on the top, 1 row of teeth on the bottom, and then get this, inside their throat, they actually have another set of jaws called the pharyngeal jaws, which is an inner jaw structure that it uses to actually munch on its meals and draw in food as it has the rest of the prey item clasped in those front teeth, which is pretty creepy if you think about it, but a highly adapted mechanism that has allowed these eels to thrive in ecosystems like these tide pools in Australia. Wow, do you see that? It's trying to bite its reflection. Now, eels in particular are actually fairly aggressive animals. They're actually one of the animals we have to worry the most about when we're out there diving. They don't really back down. They're very courageous creatures, and they're not really afraid of human beings. And they have been known to attack divers at times when you get too close. So whenever we see eels underwater, we always want to keep our safe distance from them. But in a unique situation like this, I'm able to take an eel and put it in a container and get it right up close to the camera. That is so amazing. Now, eels have extremely poor eyesight. Even though it has very beautiful eyes, those bright yellow eyes on each side of its head, they really can't see very well, so they rely heavily on their sense of smell. Their sense of smell is incredible. In fact, if we get a tight enough shot, you can see it has these little yellow appendages coming out of its nostrils, and it can use those to direct its sense of smell. So it's a pretty cool little adaptation that it has. And these animals, like most morays, can filter water by opening and closing their mouths and then dragging the water across their gills for respiration. Well, I say that caps off an excellent adventure today. We came back out to Australia's tide pools to find something we've never found before, and lo and behold, we find our very first eel. Man, this is awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this adventure. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't done so yet. I'm Mark Vins. Be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. All right, let's let this one go and head home. If you enjoyed that episode, make sure to search for the Brave Wilderness channel on YouTube so you can join me and the crew on our upcoming adventures.